Well, I went out and I checked the bridge. Yeah, it still collapsed. I mean, I don't know why you sent me out there, but yeah, the bridge is obviously still collapsed. That blizzard is still going on. I can barely see 2 feet in front of me, even with this very powerful LED flashlight. Yeah. Oh no, this wasn't standard issue by the security sergeant that you and your family hired. No, this is private purchase item by me. It's surprisingly good, runs off of very common batteries, and yeah, spent my own money, but it wasn't too expensive. So here's the thing. Um, yeah, I got back a lot sooner than you expected. Well, that happens, Travis. Hmm? Oh, well, yes, I guess I'm being a little too familiar. It's no longer Master Edwards. It's Travis. It's Travis because I say it is. Yeah, you're not really in a position to demand respect, and let's face it, it's not as though you even deserve it. I guess the truth is you didn't count on me staying behind and working a double shift. You just figured, oh, that lovely young woman who is physically weak and pathetic would be working her usual shift. Well, she called out. You want to know why she called out? Yeah, because she tried driving here in the blizzard in her little cheap as hell economy hatchback. And surprise, yeah, lost traction, plowed into a snowbank, but she's okay. Not that you care, eh, Travis? Yeah, not that you care. You really don't care about anyone, do you? Not your mom, not your dad, especially not your little sister. See, that's the thing right there. Despite who your parents are, despite the way they raised you and her, she turned out to be a genuinely kind-hearted and good person. And what you did, oh, how do I know that she's genuinely kind-hearted and good? Because every single time she saw me, she would smile, wave, say hello, and she always, always, always used my name. Yeah. And you know what? I asked the other security guards. She knew all of our first names. All of us. Yeah. You know what I found? When I looked through her purse, yeah, I looked through it. I don't think she'd mind. After all, she's dead. Yeah. You know what I found when I looked through her purse? I found a little tiny notebook, nondescript. When I looked through it, it had the names of every single employee in this huge freaking mansion. All of us who worked for your parents. She had all of our names in that notebook. Well, all of our first names anyway, and a few of the employees' last names as well. And next to each one was a brief one-sentence description of what we looked like and which shifts we worked. See, your sister had a hard time remembering names, but she wanted to. She wanted to remember, so she had that little book that she carried in her cute little purse. Yeah, your sister who cared enough about the hired help that she took the time to write down our names and to learn which shifts we worked. And so every time she'd walk by, she'd smile, wave, say hello. Yeah, you never did that. Yeah, your parents never did that. I mean, if someone worked here for about a decade like I did, they might know their first name. Yeah. I mean, for some bizarre reason, your mom always called me Steve. That's not my name. Not even remotely close. Let me ask you something, Travis. Do you even know my name? I mean, I've been here for 10 years. Do you even know my name? You don't. No, of course not. That's okay. See, it was a brilliant plan. I guess you got sick and tired of mommy and daddy's little handouts. What was it, Travis? You didn't like the 500 horsepower classic Mustang that mommy and daddy bought for you? You didn't like it? Oh, I see. Yeah, yeah. It was an automatic and you wanted a manual. Well, I guess that explains why you drove that thing the way you did. You were actually trying to break the automatic transmission so that when it was taken to a garage, they'd fit a manual in there. Is that it? Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I guess you hadn't expected on abusing the transmission so badly that you end up crashing that classic Mustang into a light pole. Yeah. And when mommy and daddy saw the viral video, they decided, oh no, no, no more fun cars for you. A nice, slow, crappy hatchback is what you're getting. Yeah. Oh, I saw that Chevy parked on the front lawn. I mean, you know what? Most people would love to have a brand new hatchback, even one that's slow as hell, but not you. Not you, Travis. No. No, shut the hell up. I'm gonna keep calling you Travis because that's your actual first name. And even back when they were still alive, I worked for your parents, not for you. You miserable excuse for a son. And again, maybe it's not entirely your fault. Maybe not entirely. After all, they're the ones who did the piss poor job of raising you. Ironically, your sister turned out a lot better than you did. And what did you do? Took them out. Yeah. Slowly, one by one by one, you took out everyone in this house during this blizzard over the last 2 days. Oh, yeah. Well, that blizzard is still raging. Hopefully, there we go. There's that generator kicking in. You know, I would tell Jose to head on over and check the generator, or maybe check the circuit box, but there is no Jose anymore, is there, Travis? All because of you. Yeah. I mean, you prepared that meal for all of us. After you took out Mommy and Daddy, and your sister and your uncle. And then, when they were all gone, you made it seem as though everything was fine. That nothing had happened. I mean, you planned it so carefully. You made one huge mistake, though, Travis. Yeah. You know, that meal that you served us, all of the employees who were left in the mansion and couldn't go home, yeah. Well, I mean, it's not your fault. How could you possibly know that I'm allergic to? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I'm allergic. That's why I didn't eat any. You poisoned the food, and no one had any clue. No one had any idea. You poisoned the food, and all of us sat down to eat. And you walked away. That was your biggest mistake, Travis. Because if you hadn't have done that, you would have seen that I had pushed my plate away. You would have heard me tell Sandra, the maid, that I'm allergic and can't have any. So I went and I grabbed my work bag where I keep my flashlight and all my other gear, and I pulled out 2 very large energy bars. And that was my dinner. Yeah. I mean, by the second night, there was surprisingly almost no food left in the house. I know you had something to do with that, Travis. Well, I mean, this remote region, cell phone service non-existent, blizzard outside, bridge destroyed. I bet that you had something to do with maybe chopping through a few of the supports on the bridge. Maybe guaranteeing that the bridge would be out when that blizzard hit. Oh, you are such an opportunist, you miserable little piece of No. You stay right there. You stay seated. Mm-hmm. I mean, you killed your parents, you killed your sister, you killed your uncle, you poisoned the rest of the staff. Granted, there wasn't a lot of us left, but, the ones who were there, you served up a really nice, delicious poison meal, and I was the only one who didn't eat it. And amazingly, for some stupid reason, you thought I would be stupid enough not to figure out that the rest of the staff got poisoned by the meal you prepared? You really thought I was that stupid? Oh, you never should have underestimated me, Travis. Oh, no. Remember when I told you that I was able to use the radio to contact the local police? Yeah, I kind of lied about that. Yeah, I have no clue how that complicated thing works. I mean, that was your father's hobby with his ham radio license. Yeah. Well, being a security guard, I know a thing or two about radios, but a setup like the type your dad had, oh no. So here's what's going to happen, Travis. I know that you can see that bowl of peanuts right there. Yeah, that's for you. See, I'm not going to untie you, but I am going to take the duct tape off your mouth, and I'm going to pull that dirty sock out of your mouth. And then you're going to eat every single one of those peanuts. Oh, yes, I know you're allergic. I know. Yeah. See, unlike you, I know exactly who I'm dealing with. You really have no clue. You're going to eat every single one of those peanuts. I'm going to shove them in your mouth, and you're going to chew, and you're going to swallow. And then when your allergy kicks in and you expire, yeah. I'm just going to take whatever cash is on hand in this mansion, and then I'm going to leave. Oh, you're probably thinking the police will track me down. Actually, no, they won't. You see, the truth is, a few years ago, I did something terrible to a very terrible individual who deserved it. And I got sent to prison. Well, when I got out, I couldn't get a job, even though I had tons of security experience. So I just went down to a graveyard in LA, and I looked for someone, a baby, who was born right around the same year I was and unfortunately passed away a few days later. I found about 2 or 3 such graveyards. I wrote down their names, and using that information and a false police report that I had been mugged and all my ID stolen, I was able to slowly build up a fake identity. Mm-hmm. And, well, I used one of them to get this job. So now, because your father loved to keep huge amounts of cash on hand, I'm going to find a suitcase or a large bag, fill it up with all the available money, and go start a new life with one of the other 2 identities I found at the graveyard. And you're gonna die having no clue what my name is. Oh, I can see that look in your eyes. Here's the thing. You're gonna eat those peanuts, or I'm gonna take this small canister of pepper spray and empty it into your eyes. You know what happens when 2 ounces of pepper spray get into your eyes all at the same time? Yeah, you go blind. Most people don't know that. Oh, a quick squirt, nothing permanent. But emptying this whole canister into your face, you're going to be in pain and you're going to go blind. And then, oh, Travis, that's when the real fun is going to begin. Yeah. Oh. You see, let me put it this way. I'm a good man who got pushed way too far a few years ago. So yeah. And your little sister, she was a genuinely kind-hearted person who didn't deserve what she got. Heck, even your worthless excuses for parents and uncle didn't deserve what you gave them. So you're going to eat those peanuts, or I'm going to give you what you deserve. Let's begin.